Good morning, friends. It's Mary Mom here in the land of Whitingham. As you can see, I'm trying to be outside again today. Mother Nature's tricking us, giving us some snow, as you can see in the background. I'm wearing my magical cloak today and my shooting star earrings, because today's story is Thomas and the Shooting Star. I even have trained friends to join us. Emily and Percy. James and Thomas. Okay, look at how sparkly this book is. Mother Nature is making us wait. I think we're getting pretty good at waiting, aren't we? It was way past Thomas's bedtime and other engines were all sleeping in the shed. Thomas couldn't fall asleep. Psst, Gordon, are you asleep? Thomas peeped. Looks like everybody's sleeping. The big blue engine opened one eye. Thomas, it's the middle of the night. Big engines like me need their sleep, and so do you. I can't sleep, said Thomas, and I've tried everything. I counted sheep. I whistled my favorite song over and over. I had some warm oil, and I'm still not sleepy. At that very moment, a bright light blazed across a path across the sky. It was the prettiest thing Thomas had ever seen. Look at that bright light. What was that? Thomas asked Gordon. A shooting star, replied Gordon sleepily. Then Gordon decided to play a joke on Thomas. A shooting star, he said, is a star that runs through the sky telling the other stars how to get to sleep. You should try to catch up with it, Thomas. Maybe it will tell you how to fall asleep. Wow, thanks, Gordon. I think I will, said Thomas. Then quietly, so as not to wake the other engines, he crept out of the shed and set out after the shooting star. Now I can get some sleep, said Gordon. Oh, that Gordon. Gordon smiled and closed his eyes. Thomas steamed down the tracks and through the countryside. To get a better view, he puffed to the top of a nearby hill. There were lots of twinkling stars, but not the shooting star. Pretty night sky there. When he looked down the track, he saw a bright light in the distance moving toward him. There it is, he peeped happily. It's coming to tell me how to sleep. Thomas chugged toward the light, but it wasn't the shooting star after all. It was Percy. The night mail train. Hello, Percy, Thomas sighed. Thomas, what are you doing out at this time of night? Percy asked. Isn't it past your bedtime? I couldn't sleep, Thomas replied, and then I saw a shooting star. It was so pretty. Did you see it? I've been busy delivering the mail, Percy answered. The only thing I've seen is all these bags and letters and parcels I have to deliver. There's Thomas having a chat with Percy. Well, I'm going to catch up to the shooting star, and it's going to tell me how to get to sleep. Gordon told me so. And Thomas hurried past Percy and down the track. Oh, no, Thomas, Percy called. But Thomas didn't hear him. It has to be somewhere, Thomas insisted as he chugged past the fields and farms. Suddenly, something landed on his roof. Could it be the shooting star? Thomas slowed to a crawl to look up. A large owl was on his roof. Hello, owl, Thomas said. Did you see a shooting star go by? No, no, said the owl. Bust my boiler, puffed Thomas, startling the owl. Well, I'm going to find it, and it will tell me how to get to sleep. Thomas went on as the owl flew off. A shooting star just can't disappear, can it? He thought as he looked up in the sky. Just then, down the tracks and over the hills, Thomas saw a light moving across the sky. "There it is!" he cried. There's the owl. Thomas sees another light. But it wasn't the shooting star. It was Thomas's friend Harold. "Thomas, what are you doing out at this time of night? Isn't it past your bedtime?" "I couldn't sleep, and then I saw a shooting star," Thomas replied. "Gordon said I should find it and ask it how I get to sleep." "Did you see it go by?" Harold chuckled. "Gordon was teasing you, Thomas," he said. "Shooting stars are far too far away and too fast for any engine to catch, even a really useful engine like you. Why don't you go back to the shed and go to sleep? It's very late. I'm just going back to the airfield to get some rest myself." "But I'm not tired," Thomas grumbled as Harold flew off. "Drat that Gordon." Just then he gave a big yawn. "Well, maybe I am a little tired." Thomas slowly started back to the shed. The whole way home he tried to think of some way to trick Gordon and pay him back, but he was so tired he could barely keep his eyes on the track. But Thomas has been having a busy night. Finally, he rolled into the yard. Edward was wide awake. "Where have you been?" "Oh, Edward, I couldn't sleep, and I saw a shooting star, said Thomas. "Gordon told me if I caught the star, it would tell me how to fall asleep. Then I saw Harold, who told me that Gordon was tricking me." Thomas yawned again. "Maybe you didn't catch a star, but you certainly look sleepy." "Hey, that's right," Thomas smiled as his eyes drooped shut. "Gordon was kind of right after all." Edward laughed. "Well, if Gordon said that by chasing a shooting star you'd learn how to fall asleep, he certainly seems to have been right." But Thomas didn't hear him. He was already sound asleep. That was our story for today, Thomas and the Shooting Star. You can see how the snow is falling out there, and we're learning how to wait for spring, wait till we can be together again. I love you, Alden Lion. I hope you're having a good day. Go outside and get some snowflakes on your tongue. Baby Wyatt, Mary Mom loves you. Be a good boy. I wish you peace and love, and I hope you have a beautiful snowy day. Bye. Mary Mom signing out from the land of Whitingham.